And welcome, soccer fans, to Homer Scott Field for a Saturday edition of some Sheridan Bronc soccer. Sheridan Broncs coming off a pretty dominant victory yesterday against Cheyenne East, in which they won, I believe it was, 6-1, is that correct? Yeah, 6-1. They gave up their first goal yesterday, but won still in dominant fashion, 6-1, joined by Steven Treffler here today, as well as Coleman Hanchett. Thank you to them for coming up for this matchup here today as well. They'll be taking on Cheyenne Central in this one here this afternoon, and you should see a pretty good game in this one compared to yesterday. Central, pretty good squad here so far this season, as I'm double-checking the stats that I had yesterday for this matchup. Steven, what were your reactions yesterday from yesterday's matchup? Was it as good of a showing as you were hoping that you would see from this team?
You know, the first half was a really good showing. I think once, what was it, East,
yep,
put in a goal, I think Sheridan really unleashed after that and just opened up the floodgates and let them all rip. But
yeah, once Sheridan really started picking it up in the second half, they had some good defense that was being played. Carson Chase, the center back that was playing yesterday, was kind of all over the place in a good way, really stopping any sort of attack that East had coming towards them, and really the only attack that East had was one that led to a penalty, which is how their first goal was conceded for Sheridan this season, was with that penalty scored by East. And so far here this year, Central 3-1 on the season, so matching Sheridan's record. Sheridan 3-0-1, I should say, but played about the equal amount of games. Central 1-1 against the East so far here this season. And so we should see some good competition here today. The starters for Sheridan, starting off here today, Eli Negron, again in goal. He was in yesterday as well, has been the starter for this team all season long in between the pipes. Followed by Carson Chase, Alex Osborne, Keegan Rager, Kelton Crow, Evan Ballou, Bryce Child, Connor Bateson, Ty Gilbertson, Garrett Clifton, and Christian Burgess rounding it out for the Sheridan team. And then for Central, starting in goal is Leo Somerset, followed by Justin Hendren, Andy Lamb, Nate Brenchley, Tyler Davis, Matt Klassen, Tegan Wernick, Aiden Alley, Cole Comrade, Cade Brown, and Will Little rounding it out for Central here this afternoon. We're happy you can join us here today from wherever you're watching, whether it be at your home, the Warehouse Gastro Pub, or whatever it is. If you're watching, we greatly appreciate it. If you're on the road or anything like that, maybe down in Buffalo or something, you want to tune in, feel free to, and we'll have all these games, these Sheridan soccer games, both Broncs and Lady Broncs here at home, all for the rest of the season here on SheridanMedia.com and the Sheridan Media Facebook and YouTube pages as well. Big thank you to everybody tuning in. Let's get this rolling.
we might get some sprinkles today.
We might get some sprinkles. It's not nearly as warm as it was. We got some cloud cover, basically perfect overcast, if you will. So not nearly as warm as it was yesterday, but still pretty good weather. Good spring weather we got coming on out here today. A little bit of a wind coming from the northeast, I would say, but for the most part, it's better than what we had against Buffalo. Buffalo was might as well have been a hurricane.
Yeah, that definitely was.
It was a mess. We are underway here. The Broncs had kickoff right off the rip. And they are underway here. Sheridan with the ball, moving up the field. Evan Ballou has it in the midfield, trying to find Ty Gilbertson out wide. Gilbertson has a chance here, moving up the right side or the near side on your screen. It's going to be knocked away by Central pretty successfully. Going to be kicked out back to Christian Burgess, and then reset here by Sheridan. Back out to Ty Gilbertson on the right side, and he's going to look for a cross, but defended nicely there. That was Andy Lamb on the good defensive play. And now Central have their first chance at an attack here this afternoon as they're moving forward past the 50-yard marker. And it is Aiden Alley on the ball right now, but broken up pretty quickly there by the Sheridan defender. But a turnover in the middle of the field, one of the last spots you want to turn it over, but defended nicely by Sheridan as it's being sealed off and then cleared away. It'll be a throw in here for Central.
You can see right away that the Central is a better team than the Broncs have played almost this season so far, just looking at the footwork and the aggressiveness. I think this will be, like you said, a fantastic matchup.
Yeah, a little quicker with the ball, looks like here so far as well, than some of the teams we have seen so far for Sheridan. Not panicking with the ball either. Making the right decisions here early on. As Central is moving it back towards their keeper, then trying to move it back up the field. Sheridan forces the turnover, and then back to Carson Chase. Gilbertson, by the way, Ty Gilbertson, he was playing center back yesterday for this Sheridan team against East, and now he's playing up in the right wing, so kind of a little bit of everything from Gilbertson. Plays every other position he can, I guess. As it's back out to Garrett Clifton on the right side, who playing that right back area, if you will, right wing back. As Central is going to regain possession here. Pass it up to Justin Hendren. And now they're going to move it up the field. Central here. We're going to get a foul against Burgess. Burgess had a similar foul last week, or yesterday, I should say. He was just kind of trying to command too much of position and gets the foul.
We haven't seen... Oh, that was close. That was a good
free kick. Was taken, yeah.
We have not seen the fouls interrupt their game too much this season, but that is one thing we keep on talking about that they need to kind of possibly calm down on.
If there's one area the Broncs would like to clean up, it is that the fouling area. They've had too many fouls called against them.
Or maybe get under control in some way.
Yep. Yeah, and that's usually the answer. It's not. We haven't seen any where we thought to ourselves that was pretty egregious. We've seen a lot of them that have happened where we're like, yeah, that's a good call. That's probably a foul. So maybe just too aggressive at times, but again, that aggressiveness has won them plenty of battles in the midfield and plenty of games in the long run as well. Central with the ball here. They're trying to work it back to their goalkeeper, Leo Somerset, back there.
Keeper from East is probably still feeling that from yesterday.
Yeah. The East keeper, he was DeJohn Pinto was his name, and he got hit a couple times, put in a bad spot in a couple of opportunities for Sheridan. To no fault of Sheridan's by any means, is Central doing a good job in the corner, and again, that's going to be is that going to be called a goal kick or a foul? I think, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a corner. I saw a couple different signals there, so yeah, it looks like it's going to be a corner.
That's good. I was
thinking it was a penalty.
Foul.
Yeah, I was thinking because he was in the box too, so I was thinking they were going to call that a penalty at first. But we do have a corner. It's going to be Hendren on the corner. And here it comes out towards the penalty spot, and Burgess is going to try to get it under control here. And it's going to be out to a Sheridan defender, then back out to Hendren for Central, and that's going to be knocked away. It'll be a throw-in for Central once again.
Well, so far, the game's just started. We've spent the majority of this time in the Bronx zone.
Yep, first 5 minutes here have been heavily Central's favor here in the possession area, but now Sheridan clears it on the throw-in, and now they have an counter-attacking opportunity. A couple guys moving forward, and this is where they like to get out. They got the speed on the outside to be able to kind of run with anybody. It's going to be out to Gilbertson, then back over towards the middle to Connor Bateson, and Bateson's going to try to find somebody in the middle once again. A nice through ball as it is knocked away by Somerset, or corralled by Somerset, I should say. Good job by Somerset to come up and read that.
That was a good setup.
Yeah,
good opportunities.
Nicely played.
Sheridan Bronx doing the right things. You just got to wait for the right opportunities and for them to work out.
Once they clear up, then they'll see some open passes here. Again, this is they like to get guys in the open like this and pass the through balls through and just get their guys running a lot of the time, which is what we've seen a lot of. It worked very well against East yesterday. East they were playing a lot of three at the back, and that allowed the wingers for Sheridan to really find open space on the outside and then spread the center backs out a lot more. But here it looks like Central playing a little bit more with four in the back, so that'll not work nearly as effectively if it's played out the same way. You'll have to be a little bit more creative in the middle of the field. As we have another throw in here for Sheridan, sending it down to the attacking area, but Central going to come away with it.
Central looking like they traveled with quite a few on the bus. They got a full bench down there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, true, yeah. I didn't even notice that. A lot. They got plenty of people for subs. Central with it here up at about the midfield area. Going to be passed out to Andy Lamb. Lamb's going to look for somebody, but mistouches it a little bit. Christian Burgess going to try to flick it out to Gilbertson on the outside, and then to Bateson. And then it's going to be knocked away. It'll be a throw-in for Sheridan. And it'll be Garrett Clifton throwing it in here. Finds Gilby, the right winger. Gilby trying to control it. And then it's going to be Justin Hendren on the interception. Back out to Carson Chase, who tries to send it forward himself. Good defensive header there by Central, and it's knocked away back into a throw-in for Central.
If the rain stays away, this is perfect weather here today. A little bit of a breeze.
Yep.
Not too hot.
I'd like to see more of the sun, but it is peeking through the clouds a little bit. Not nearly as hot as it was yesterday, like I said.
Yeah.
It was steamy yesterday. Somebody told me, I think downstairs, they told me it was 82 at game time yesterday, which for April 11th is...
That's fantastic.
Yeah, uncommon. We have a throw in here for Central. They're still in the attacking area for Sheridan. I mean, Matt Klassen with it here after the throw in, looking for an open man. Christian Burgess doing some good job, stepping up to it. Goes out wide here. As Central trying to build up some play. Good defense being played there by Keegan Rager. And a shot, but it's going to go well high. A couple of repetitive shots there. So we'll have a goal kick for Negron. No subs yet have entered this game for either team, as we're about to hit 9 minutes left here in this first half.
Central up just a few on shots on goal early in the game here.
Mm-hmm. I should say 9 minutes passed in this first half, not 9 minutes left.
I was like, that's a quick game.
Yeah, we went quickly. Goal kick going to be sent well down the field, and Somerset's just going to have to come up and knock it away. And we'll get another push against Sheridan once again. That's going to be another foul. That time I think that was...
It's a push to the back. Yellow card?
May have been a yellow card. Yeah, I didn't even see it. Was there a card that went up?
I think so.
Yep.
Yep.
So we'll have somebody come off. It looks like Connor Bateson's going to come off for Liam Weber. So I don't know if that yellow card was on Bateson or if it was on Rager. Because I think Rager had the foul against him, but Bateson was out immediately.
Sheridan continuing to show they're not afraid to play aggressive.
Yep. And nonetheless, we are back underway. Free kick at about the 50. Here it comes. Down towards the goal line. Knocked away by Osborne initially. Still bouncing around a little bit. Carson Chase is going to come up and just boot it into the next county. Cleared away, and we'll get a throw in here for Central. 30 minutes to go here in this first half. Still tied 0-0. By the way, Sheridan, we forgot to mention that, well, we kind of mentioned it a little bit yesterday, as Bryce Child's going to move up with it here, try to find an attacker. Sheridan, they're in the pinks.
Yes.
They're typically, you think of the Sheridan Broncs, blue, gold, that sort of thing. But, yeah, Sheridan is in the pinks. They are facing Central. Central in the white and orange, if you will.
Sheridan's main jersey color is the darks, though.
Right, true, yeah.
Darker colored jerseys.
But, yeah, pink uniforms here today. They were in the pinks yesterday as well. Pink kit colors yesterday, the Broncs. And doing it again here today against Central, wearing the white tops and the orange shorts. There's a through ball there, but Somerset's going to come up and corral it.
Nice sliding save there.
Mm-hmm. There's one thing the turf does offer. Helps the goalkeepers come up and make the longer slides, if you will, for those stops. As the goal kick is taken away. Sent over to the right side to Clifton, trying to find Ty Gilbertson, but a little too much power on it. And it is corralled by Andy Lamb again over here on the near side. Passed out to Justin Hendren. And then back to Nate Brenchley. And Kelton Crow was trying to find a attacking zone interception, if you will, but missed it just barely.
He was ready to pounce on that errant pass almost.
Yeah, and that's what the high pressure will do for them. They can really get under your skin if you're getting pressured like this up in your own area. The high press. And we've seen it work numerous times here for Sheridan, getting big interceptions like that could have been right there in the attacking zone, leading to pretty quick counterattacks. Hasn't worked here yet, but again, that's kind of what they've fed off here so far this season.
Sheridan playing the percentages game.
Mm-hmm. As throw in here by Central, it's going to go out to Tegan Wernick. And then it's going to be out wide, right back coming forward, playing a little right winger, if you will. And then they're going to be knocked away by Keegan Rager, and then sent back up the field from Alex Osborne. And Central will be able to get on top of it, send it back to Somerset, and they'll reset here. And then back out to Sheridan. And Burgess is going to have an opening here. And he is going to get fouled. So he'll have a free kick. Central player hobbling just a little bit.
Take a quick second and shout out some of our amazing sponsors that make this broadcast possible. We've got Farmers Co-op, Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing, First Bank of Wyoming, Kilpatrick Creations, and ERA Carroll Realty.
Big thank you to all of our sponsors. First free kick here from Carson Chase. It's coming down, but it's going to be saved nicely. And moving down the field with Central, but it's going to be a goal kick as it goes out of play. So Negron will plant it and let it fly. I'll have a couple subs come in. Bateson coming back in here and in for Liam Weber.
What a powerful kick from Negron.
Yeah, I've said that countless times here this year. He can really put a charge into the ball.
What a treat to see him kick. He's got a powerful leg.
As getting booted around the midfield here a little bit. Sheridan tries to clear it. Does so successfully. It's going to be a throw in here for Sheridan as it's hit off of a Central player. Back out to Alex Osborne as they try to switch the play over to Bryce Child, but it's intercepted nicely by Central, then intercepted nicely by Sheridan. Evan Ballou with the re-interception, if you will, back out to Osborne, on the far side. He's looking for a run opportunity here for Bryce Child. He finds it, looking for the cross now, Child is. And he's going to go down looking for the foul, and no, it's not going to be called to be a goal kick.
Oh, I was thinking foul there.
So was Child, it looked like.
Like you said, nice little breeze, but waiting for the sun to pop out here.
Mm-hmm. Central with it. It's going to be sent down. Going to be a race here for it. Trip by Aiden Alley as he was racing after that one, and earning the foul is Garrett Clifton. Winning the foul, I guess I should say. And we're going to have a sub here for Central. Owen Black going to come in for Clifton. Or, excuse me, Aiden Alley. Owen Black coming in for Aiden Alley. We'll have a free kick, and we do look. It does look like we got Garrett Clifton is down on the field. He just kind of went down, so I don't think it's anything too serious. We are going to get a sub on here for him, though, I believe.
I just need to stretch out that ankle or something similar.
Yeah, and we'll have a kind of a full swap as Liam Weber will come in. He'll move up to kind of play the right wing area as Clifton's coming out. Ty Gilbertson will move back and play a little bit more of the right back spot. And the free kick from Carson Chase goes to Christian Burgess in the midfield down in the attacking area. Burgess showing off that physicality. Back out to Ballou. And then over to Osborne on the far side. Osborne's going to try to play a little bit of a left winger out of his left back spot, try to cross it in, but being defended nicely by Central. Knocked away. It'll be a throw in here for Sheridan. And the throw in from Bryce Child, going to go back out wide to Alex Osborne, who tries to chip it back over to Bryce Child, and it'll be knocked away again for another throw in. And the throw in is intercepted by Central, and they're going to have a counterattacking opportunity here. Justin Hendred had it initially. He's going to try to find a couple options in the middle, and then it'll slow things up here for Sheridan. Or for Central, excuse me. Still in the midfield, about the 40-yard line. And then good interception by Sheridan as they're, again, being high pressure up to a certain point up the field. Once they get into like that their attacking area with the Central at the ball or something like that, that's when they really start to high press with their forwards and their wingers as well as striker in Kelton Crow. So we have a couple subs waiting here for Cheyenne to come in. Cheyenne Central to come in. Interception by Burgess back in the defensive zone at about the 30-yard line. Then back out to Rager. And then Burgess. And then Burgess is going to clear it back out to Negron at the goal line. And then back over to Gilbertson on the right side. And he's going to try to find someone down the middle, but too much power on it. And it's going to roll all the way down to Somerset.
Been a great game, great matchup so far.
It's been a battle. I don't think we've seen. Have we seen any real shots on target here yet? We've seen a couple shots, but none that have gone that have had to been saved necessarily by either goalkeeper yet.
Not yet.
But here could be an opportunity for Somerset as it goes to Kelton Crow. But again, nice defense being played there by Cheyenne.
A lot of good midfield work here going on.
Carson Chase is going to come forward, send it up to his center midfielder in Bateson. Bateson had it initially, but had it taken away. And then it's going to be knocked away back to the midfield and then back up the field. Bateson looking for it once again, but again, nice defense being played by Central. Gilby is going to try to get on top of this one as he has a Central attacker coming forward on him. Tries to clear it, but doesn't do it successfully, and we'll get a foul against Gilbertson.
Good footwork from Andy Lamb from Central.
And then Will Little wins the big foul, if you will, there. That was a free kick for Central at about the 27-yard line. As the free kick is sent in, it's going to go right to the hands of Negron, but it bounces off of him, and then he has to get on top of it, and we will have an offside.
Luckily for Sheridan, that was offside there.
Yep.
That was close. Refs are going to have a little chat.
They'll have a chat about it. That was... Yeah, it'll be a goal kick for the offside.
Alex Osborne ran over there and gave that post some love. Top post for the favorable bounce there.
And then the free kicks from Negron, or the goal kick, goes all the way over to Kelton Crow at the striker spot. And then Child has it here as Central's still trying to clear it away. And then back over to Child in the center of the field. Good pass there. But intercepted. Evan Ballou with a good pass there initially. He tries to make an interception, but it just goes wide of his foot. Central looking for a couple people down the field, and Carson Chase is just going to run that down and box out Justin Hendren, and that'll be a throw-in. We want to thank Camco Federal Credit Union as well. Camco Federal Credit Union, they can help you finance the home you've been looking for. They also offer home equity lines of credit as well. Come in today or apply online at CamcoFCU.com. Camco Federal Credit Union, member NCUA and equal housing lender, supporting Bronc and Lady Bronc soccer. We also want to thank Range. Remember that cyber attacks, they don't just put your data at risk, they can put your productivity at risk as well. And Range Managed IT Services give you a full suite of data protection. Let the Range experts take care of your company's cybersecurity, supporting youth sports in Sheridan County and beyond. You can go online to range.net. So we had a nice little cross in there from the near side all the way down, but pretty easy save there by Somerset. Sheridan retains possession once again. So we're looking for a couple people in the midfield. You can definitely see the difference here from the central squad and the amount of pressure that they're putting on here so far against Sheridan when they do have the ball.
I like it. It makes Sheridan play at just a little bit higher level than they have been.
Yeah, they
they haven't been playing hard, but having some competition is good for them.
They're having to make definitely having to make quicker decisions than they have so far this season, with where they're going with the ball and how quickly they have to get rid of it.
Sheridan's still making some very smart plays.
Yep, and that was a nice slide tackle there by Andy Lamb on the near side. Cleared away again by Andy Lamb after the slide tackle attempt.
Oh.
And we'll have another foul against Sheridan. That one's against Keegan Rager.
That was possibly head contact.
Yep. Not fun. You're supposed to be heading the ball, and even that's not fun all the time.
No. Like I said, I was primarily like a chest trap person.
Avoid the head at all costs. But, it's part of the job. So a free kick here for Central. 18:02 to play here in this first half. And the free kick in is knocked away by Sheridan relatively easily there. Still tied 0-0 here. We're just over halfway or under the halfway point of this first half. Throw in here for Central in an attacking zone. The throw in is going to go all the way over to Negron, and it goes into the back of the net. That would have been an incredible goal, but it does not count because it was thrown in.
Oh, okay. I had the monitor in my way, and I kind of thought that was a corner kick.
Nope, it was a throw in, and when you throw it into the back, I mean, honestly, an incredible throw.
That had some curve on it.
That
I
was
just
really
assumed
cool.
It was a kick.
Yeah, that was honestly a beautiful throw, but it does not count because nobody got a head on it for Central, and it went into the back of the net. That's I have not seen that before.
Central was.
Oh! All right. Whoa, we'll get a. I mean, that'll be a foul, pretty easily against Somerset.
Braxton Crow was looking.
I mean, he was chasing it.
He was inches away, but.
I mean, he was chasing it, but he did. Somerset put a little shoulder into it.
You can't pop your shoulder out into it.
Yeah, I mean, he put a little shoulder into it. I'm surprised that. Yeah, they are going to call this a foul against the goalkeeper.
This is going to be an opportunity here for Sheridan.
Yeah, and it's a free kick inside of the penalty area. So it's not a penalty because I believe the goalkeeper did it. Got the foul, so it will be a free kick inside of the penalty area. So definitely an opportunity, and this is an opportunity for Sheridan to strike in a perfect spot. It's going to be laid out for Bryce Child, but it's going to be blocked immediately as the wall came forward. That was good defense by the wall there to see the laid out pass by Burgess and just come up and play the ball essentially. As it's going to go out for a throw-in. And kind of a wasted opportunity there from Sheridan. So the throw in from Sheridan Still in the attacking zone, but Central with ball control now. But again, swarming pressure here from Sheridan up forward. And still in the middle of the attacking zone, looking for opportunities here for the Sheridan team. Evan Ballou with it, and then passes it out wide, looking for Kelton Crow, and it's going to be cleared by Central. And then Justin Hendren going to come up with it. And it's going to be played out. It's going to be a throw in here for Central.
Do us a favor, and if you're watching from YouTube or Facebook, let us know what player you're here to watch online.
Leave a comment.
Shout out where you're watching from. And if you haven't already, follow, subscribe, give this stream a like if you like this kind of stuff. We and the algorithm would definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll appreciate you affecting the algorithm.
Yes. Gets our streams shared out there more often.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have family members, share it to them.
Yeah, let them know. Let them know soccer's on. You share it, grandkid, uncle, aunt, that sort of thing.
Whole family can watch no matter where they're from.
No matter where they're at. We want this. The end goal for us is we want to have the same numbers as the Super Bowl.
Yes.
That's where we want to be. By the end of the season, if we're hitting those numbers, we're doing good.
Our goals are high.
Yeah. It's going to be a goal kick here from Eli Negron. 13 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in this first half. And it's over to Christian Burgess here in the middle of the field. And back out to Christian Burgess as he passes it up to the left wing, and then back out to Osborne. Kind of just passing it around here in the middle of the field, looking for a couple opportunities, some more movement here from the Sheridan attack, possibly. But Central able to come up and intercept it. Now Central with it. Also just passing around, waiting for some movement. Again, another high-pressure attack, or a defense being played here from Sheridan. As Liam Weber comes up and makes a nice tackle and wins it as well.
Janet West says, watching Kelton and Braxton Crow, go Bronx.
We appreciate that. Agreed. We're all here watching Kelton and Braxton Crow as well. So we'll have another foul, this one against Sheridan again. Connor Bateson, the one causing the foul there. So it'll be a free kick for Cheyenne Central. They'll do it quickly, not down the field very much, up to the midfield area, about the 50. Central will try to build something up. But nice tackle made there by Sheridan. That's going to be cleared away, and it'll be a throw in here for Central. And again, another quick throw in back towards the middle of the field by Central. It's going to be dribbled right into the feet of Connor Bateson, and then Christian Burgess is going to be able to come up and get it. Bryce Child now playing the right side right now. Tries to find Kelton Crow, but again defended nicely by Central. And they'll have it at about the 40-yard line, trying to find an attack moving forward. And intercepted. Again, a lot of, that was a handball there, but maybe missed.
Handball was called.
Oh, it was called.
But
they let the play go on.
Yep.
Inadvertent handball there. Cheyenne Central wins a throw in here at the midfield. And it's Andy Lamb with it. But the turnover, it's going to go right to Braxton Crow. Or excuse me, Connor Bateson. Back out to Christian Burgess. Looking for the left winger out there, Liam Weber. And he was looking for the foul. But no foul called, and we'll have a free or a goal kick here for Central. Also want to give a big thanks to Larry Soro Jr. and the staff at McDonald's. They would like to invite you out before or after the soccer games at either of their locations on North Main Street or on Coffeen Avenue. Right now, you can get a 20-piece chicken McNuggets for just $6, or go with the McValue meal, for buy one and add one for $1 more. Stop by after the game on North Main and Coffeen Avenue, or McDonald's in Buffalo and in Gillette. Thank you to McDonald's for sponsoring as well.
Huge thank you.
As the goal kick taken away here by Sheridan. Been a lot of midfield here so far for both these teams.
We got someone watching from Rock Springs. That's awesome.
There we go. Cool.
Shout out to Rock Springs. Thank you for tuning in.
Someone from Rock Springs, maybe scouting a little bit, I guess. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Again, another battle in the midfield here. Christian Burgess for Sheridan going to come away with it. Gilby trying to find Kelton Crow in the middle. But intercepted nicely, and now Central moving up, but fouled.
They're scouting the top-notch play-by-play. That's what it is.
Oh, they're trying. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, looking for someone for the Super Bowl.
Fair enough. Yeah, true. Fair enough. If they had the Super Bowl in Rock Springs, things have gone very wrong. No offense to Rock Springs, but NFL's got a lot of prospects for the Super Bowl, obviously.
That was a high ball.
Yeah, that was a high ball.
Good way to watch that one from Negron.
Negron coming up, making the play. As he's going to clear it away with another goal kick.
Sun's starting to pop out here. Turning into actually a really beautiful day.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be colder than this, I'll be honest with you.
I saw rain.
Yeah, so did I.
Rain on the forecast.
Dude, you never know with Sheridan.
Oh my gosh.
It's, I mean, they're all probabilities, but it feels like the probabilities for the weather here are just probabilities of probabilities.
The weather here is like a slot machine, really.
Yeah, truly. We've heard so many times of the, especially during winter, the, the big one when it comes to the snowstorm, and then we'll get like 3 or 4 inches or something. It's like, all right.
Or we don't think we're going to have anything and we get like 10 inches of snow.
Then it just drops on us.
The beauty of living right next to the mountains.
No kidding.
Physicality stepping up here in the midfield.
Yeah, these two teams, they're not afraid to get physical with one another. As we've seen. We had a Leo Somerset just put a little shoulder charge into Braxton Crow a little bit earlier. Led to a free kick that Sheridan could not really convert anything with. And we've had countless fouls in the midfield as well. Carson Chase with a free kick here, trying to find somebody down the field, but does not do it successfully. But Carson again moves forward, and then we'll get another foul called. I didn't love that foul call. I thought he got all ball there, and then inadvertent contact after the whistle. You
really got to watch your hand motions. Even if you're not touching with your hands, you got to keep your hands away from them because you never know the angle of what the ref sees. Could look like hands in the area.
Carson Chase is going to run this down and try to just block out the attacker for Cheyenne Central, excuse me. And we will see a throw in here for Sheridan. We have a couple subs coming on as well. As Connor Bateson will come back on for Sheridan. Liam Weber will come off. And throw in here for Sheridan in the defensive area. And we'll get a foul, I believe, illegal throw in here against Sheridan. So we'll do that over, but for Central. By the way, for softball right now, Sheridan playing Kelly Walsh. Thanks to Kevin Coyle, he's covering that. And Sheridan winning 4-0 in the top of the second in that matchup.
Kevin will be bringing you all the highlights.
As this throw in, it's going to get into a dangerous area on the back, the far post, and then centered. Sheridan got to just try to get rid of it. They do so successfully, but still, Central's ball here. Bryce Child's going to try to get it, and it's going to go out of play. Yeah, Kevin Coyle, all the highlights you'll ever want about this game, the softball game as well. Catch it all as Kevin Coyle will be on top of that.
I've heard, I haven't made it out there yet, but I've heard those softball games are quite exciting. I'll have to go check them out.
They're out at the Sheridan College softball facility, which is a pretty nice facility for, essentially, I mean, Sheridan College doesn't use it a lot for other than intramural reasons, so it's a pretty nice little complex for that.
Good to see it being used.
Yes, absolutely. Rec District use it for softball as well, but it's good to see that Sheridan's got a softball program, Sheridan High School softball program anyways, that they can use that for. Central moving forward here with an attack. Looking for some options again, but nice defense being played. See Carson Chase moving all the way up the field, trying to kind of chase the ball. And it's going to be cleared away here by Sheridan. Kelton Crow looking for an opportunity, and this is one of those dangerous areas.
He's there just in case.
Yep.
I love that.
You never know.
There's one tiny mistake. You can convert on that.
He can pounce. Carson Chase with it now back in the defending area for Sheridan. He's going to try to come forward. Again, one of the better dribblers on the team, and he plays kind of center back primarily from what we've seen. It's going to be out to Ty Gilbertson, and Gilbertson's going to give and go here. Gilbertson with an opportunity to find a cross, looking for Kelton Crow, but defended nicely by Central.
That'll be a nice corner kick coming up from Sheridan. Take a real quick second. We have some more amazing sponsors: Sheridan College, Security State Bank, Waring Chevrolet, Evia Hearing and Sound, First Federal Bank and Trust, and Thompson Master Masons. Thank you to all of our amazing sponsors.
Corner kick here for Sheridan. And corner taken, and still in a dangerous area in the center of the field, but knocked away by Central. And Osborne going to come out and get it. And then Bryce Child will have a shot, but it's going to be saved.
Just under 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast, everyone.
Central moving up the field here after the goal kick. Sheridan doing a good job in the passing lanes and whatnot. Out to Kelton Crow, then back out to Ty Gilbertson. Gilbertson will have it deflected away. We'll have a quick throw in here, and they're going to find Sheridan. It's going to be a throw in. It looks like no foul called. And the throw in here from Sheridan, looking for that deeper area. And it's going to be out of play. It'll be Central's ball. Free kick here. Goal kick. Just under 3 minutes to go here in this first half.
Great matchup. Entertaining first half so far. It's going to be exciting to see what the second half brings.
This has been a tug of war, if you will, for both of these teams. Neither really finding any clear advantage so far over the other.
Both teams look well coached, well conditioned, both showing up to play and very physical.
Yeah, both have been very physical with one another. Also, I think a good measure as well, if you have like a solid head coach, just as kind of a rule of thumb, or solid manager for any team, look at the manager for Central. Look at that dude's calves.
Yes.
Just absolutely insane. They're built like watermelons. Some of the biggest calves I've ever seen. That guy looks like he runs around a lot. Maybe played a lot of soccer.
Yeah. Maybe just a little bit of soccer.
Maybe just a little bit of soccer. I'd hope so.
Has not skipped leg day.
No, that's a fact. Central with it here in their defensive area. 1:40 to go here in this first half. It's going to be cleared out for a throw-in for Sheridan. It's a short throw-in, and it's going to be deflected by Central and then cleared away once again. Be another throw-in, this time for Central. As Carson Chase is able to wrangle that one and then wrangle it again immediately. And intercepted here by Central. Moving forward with it. Back into the attacking area of Sheridan. And intercepted nicely by Sheridan and then cleared away. It's going to stay in? No, it'll go out of play. Central's ball here. 45 seconds to go in this first half. Central looking for maybe one final attack here before we head into the half. Moving forward, and it'll be a shot, but it's knocked away, blocked by Sheridan. We'll have a corner kick, and they have to go quickly. 20 seconds left.
They're scrambling.
They're scrambling for it, yeah. And here comes the corner. That's going to be a nice corner. That could be dangerous, but it's going to be cleared away by Sheridan very nicely. Very nicely done. 11 seconds, 10 seconds.
That was a good corner kick for how fast they set that up.
Yeah, that was a really good corner kick. I thought that had a chance of curling in as well because Negron was pushed up near the near post. And that is going to be how that first half ends. So, very good half for both teams. We go into the halftime break scoreless, tied 0-0. We'll see which team can pull away from this tug of war when we come back in about 10 minutes. We'll be back with more Sheridan Bronc Soccer, streaming live here on SheridanMedia.com and the Sheridan Media Facebook and YouTube channels.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back to Homer Scott Field. Sheridan Broncs taking on Central. We're still tied 0-0 here as we start the second half. It was a pretty good showing from both these teams here in the first half. Obviously 0-0, very defensive battle here early on, and a physical battle as well, Stephen.
Yeah, very physical battle. Sheridan continuing to show they're not afraid to be aggressive.
Yeah, a couple of again, Sheridan, something that's bit them so far here this year, a couple of fouls that have hurt them here early on, but Sheridan able to take advantage of a couple of fouls that they have received against them as well. So still tied 0-0, very much a tug of war here early on in this game, in this first half, and then as we head into the second half, we will see what the advantage is coming out of the half for either team. Central has the throw-in here initially. They had the initial kickoff as well in the second half. They try to move it forward here.
A lot of big battles, small battles in the midfield. I'd like to see some more shots on goal here.
Mm-hmm. Both these teams are good, being very smart defensively, is moving everything outside of the center of the field as well. So everything that you're seeing is kind of lots of crosses, not real shot opportunities in the middle of the pitch.
I don't know if we've had any direct shots yet.
I don't think so. We had, which is funny because we had a throw-in that went into the back of the net, and doesn't count as a goal, but that was about as close of a shot on target as we've had the entire game. Was a throw-in.
And what a throw-in it was.
It was kind of insane. And you're basically throwing it overhead 20, 30 yards essentially, if not further. As we do kind of have a shot there, but again, way wide. So good attack from Central. Have you, I don't want this to come off as me sounding old, or making you sound old.
I am
Okay? That's my preface. Have you noticed any of like your former teachers here?
Actually, when I was taking photos of soccer a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
there was a guy on the sidelines
Mm-hmm.
who was helping out with the flag, and I was like, "Did you coach soccer
Oh.
back when?"
Yeah.
And he's like, I was like, "I think I was one of your students," and he told me his name,
Uh-huh.
Art, and I was like, he's like,
Oh.
"You make me feel incredibly old." He asked how old I was now, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Now I feel old."
Yeah, and his heart sank.
Yeah.
What was his last name?
First name Art. I'm trying to remember right now.
Was it Bowers? Art Bowers is he used to be.
He was also a track coach.
Oh yeah, I think that's Bowers then, because
Yeah.
he is a psychology teacher here
Yeah.
as well.
Let me tell you, we could run. We could
Yeah.
run. He was.
That's funny to know
had
because
us run a lot.
so now that I know that's Mr. Bowers that you're talking about, that makes a lot of sense that he would make you guys run because he was also the track coach, and he was
Yeah.
like, if there's one thing I know you guys can do and I know we can all do, it's run.
We were the best conditioned in the whole state.
Yeah. Well, when you have a track coach as you're also your soccer coach, that tends to happen.
Yeah, we could outrun everyone.
Perfect combo would be like baseball coach and soccer coach. 'Cause,
There you go.
I mean, baseball, yeah, you're not running very much. You'll have your long distance stuff, but only because they want to have the conditioning up for the entire season, you know.
Yeah, it was him
It's
and
funny.
assistant coach was Mr. Cook, retired police officer.
Okay. Yeah, I'm whenever I come here for whether it be these games or any other games that we have, I always end up seeing either teachers I had that are in the stands and or like Coach Mowry. Obviously,
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, he was like assistant principal here. He was still an assistant head coach or assistant coach under Coach Julian when I was in school. But yeah, it's funny because I see him. I'm like, man, I'm an adult like they were when they were teaching me now.
Now, I think way back to like YMCA soccer, which I'm about to help out with this Monday at coaching. But me, my brother, and my sister, we all grew up in that program, right? And we all had the same kind of referee. His last name was Knievel.
Really?
And so awesome. And what a positive person. What a great assistant for the YMCA kids soccer back then.
Was Knievel his real last name?
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome.
I believe there was some relation to.
He was not evil though.
Yeah, this was Don Knievel.
I don't know if you're being serious or not.
No, I'm being
really
1,000% serious.
There was actual relation to the evil Knievel.
I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
What a great guy. Always super positive to be out there with the Y soccer.
Well, we've seen a lot of. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the kids that are playing here today grew up, for Sheridan anyways, grew up through that program as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't doubt it. We've had for a long time, Sheridan kind of underratedly has had a pretty good soccer program from the beginning to the high school phase, whether it be through the YMCA, Sheridan Storm as well, the other soccer club group, and they have the Snickers Cup here every single year down at the Equestrian Center. That's always put together very well.
A big showing for that as well.
Always. So kind of quietly had a very good program, if you will, through the years in multiple different areas, which is nice to see. Anytime you can support youth sports, it's a good thing, right?
Yep. And when I started, that was one of my first sports getting into, like major sports, and I was like, why are we starting so early? It was like early. There was still a lot of snow on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
We would start inside. We run half inside, half outside. And we would condition. We didn't even touch a ball for quite a long time. It was just conditioning, and it was.
You're running without the ball.
Yeah. Looking back, best shape I was ever in, for sure.
As we'll have a chance here for Central, but Negron going to come up and snap it away. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Perfect time for McDonald's 20-piece chicken McNuggets, $6, ladies and gentlemen. One of our sponsors. Go to McDonald's here in Sheridan or Buffalo, Gillette, and tell them James and Steven sent you.
Yeah, they will give you the option of sweet and sour sauce or barbecue.
Yeah,
take your pick. I feel like this game's picking up in intensity right now.
Yeah, both teams starting to feel they're getting a little bit more. I mean, they're already aggressive teams, but more aggressive. That's trying to lead to more counterattacking opportunities like this one, and more players moving up and moving forward whenever the ball is changing hands here, changing possession. But again, lots of battling in the midfield. We'll have a long through ball here, trying to find Bryce Child. Nearly does, but it's going to roll out harmlessly as Central will have a throw-in. We saw a lot of those yesterday in which they were very successful. Sheridan was at getting those long through balls all the way down and finding open people, open wingers and strikers that led to 6 goals overall. But nothing on the score sheet here yet for either team, as we're about 32 minutes left here in the second half, 8 minutes past.
But compared to me, looking at these guys play compared to what I played, I feel like these guys are pro level, and compared to me, I was feeling like still a 4th grader playing soccer.
I get that all the time too.
These guys are amazing.
When it comes to, like, I see the guys that are playing baseball because I was a baseball kid growing up, and I see the kids that are playing baseball on the Troopers now, and I'm like, did we look like this?
No.
Were we anywhere near like the level that these kids are at? And the answer is probably no. They are starting a lot earlier and playing a lot more usually.
And just the smart heads-up play. I don't know if I watched a lot of soccer on TV back then, but just the smart level of play and the heads-up soccer happening here is just fantastic on both teams here.
We'll have a free kick here for Central at about the 40-yard line, or 35-yard line, excuse me. And Central going to kick it down, looking for someone in a dangerous spot. Opportunity, Negron with a beautiful save initially, but then as he tries to knock it away, it goes in the back of the net. But we will get the Guardian flag that comes up, and offsides is called. Saved by the flag. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
That was dangerous.
Lucky for Sheridan.
No kidding. Negron made a great initial save, but didn't have enough. Yeah, he didn't have enough power on it to get it over the bar, so he had to try to knock it away as well. But
that was a hard reset to save after for the follow-up save.
Yeah.
Here's Sheridan on the attack.
Sheridan on the attack, yeah, but knocked away by Central, and it'll be a corner kick.
Just as we said, this second half is already more exciting than the first. First also was a good half, but wow, things have picked up in intensity and speed and physicality here. Good corner kick.
Yeah, here comes the corner, is cleared away immediately by Central. That was a great few minutes there from Negron in between the pipes. The other thing is, too, with all when it comes to, like, the younger kids now being able to play and looking like they do now, they're also, like I said, they're playing a lot more as well with the club soccer that goes on in between the actual high school season and whatnot. So they're just getting a lot more playing opportunities. You see a beautiful pass here from Burgess as he tries to find Bryce Child, and
he had a grab as he went down on Bryce Childs to pull him down with him.
Yeah, Somerset kind of yanked down Bryce Child from the neck.
Bryce Child's still down.
He's still down, yeah.
A crowd reacting right away when they saw that pull on the way down.
Yeah, as Child being tended to here. Down on the 10-yard line, the attacking 10-yard line. Joanne Goss down there tending to him. She always is tending to the Sheridan players. We're going to have to get a sub on here for Sheridan.
Good to see Child's on his feet, walking off the field. Assisted, but still walking off the field is good to see.
And it looks like it's going to be Liam Weber that's coming on for Child. As we're getting everything kind of reset here. Should be, I believe... Well, I didn't see where the stoppage in play actually happened.
I think right around the 15, 20.
We got a couple of... we got a couple of Sheridan kids, and also Justin Hendren keeping warm over here for Central.
It's awesome to see.
Playing some triangles, yeah. But the referee's having a conversation here. And we'll see what the reset looks like here in just a minute. As official is going to come up and talk to Carson Chase as the lead captain at the back.
Take a quick second here and shout out some more of our amazing sponsors. We have Bank of Sheridan, Sheridan Recreation District, First Northern Bank, One Health, Midway Auto and RV, Branded 307, Wyoming Department of Transportation, and Best Real Estate. Thank you to all of our amazing sponsors who make this and other broadcasts like it possible.
As we have the reset there, it'll be a goal kick by Negron was the official reset point, and it's kicked out initially by Burgess, so we'll actually have a throw in here for Central immediately after. Just under 30 minutes to go here in this second half. Still tied 0-0. We'd have had a couple of scares for Sheridan. So they've had to play some dangerous defense. We'll have a cross here from Central, but too heavy on the kick. Central's going to be able to run it down and have another opportunity at it. And it's crossed through, but defended nicely there by Sheridan. And still up in the air, playing some headers out to another Central player. And then he tries to find his teammate over on the side. I thought maybe that was offsides, but no call. As they're battling for it, and that's going to be kicked away. Cleared initially. And then back out all the way as Central retains possession. And Kelton Crow going to immediately have an opportunity. No one down there as he tries to find a through ball, but there's no one down there. Again, Sheridan wearing the pink kits, whereas Central wearing the white and orange.
Yeah, the pink looks pretty sharp.
It does. I like the pink. I think it looks nice. I'm not sure why they landed on that color. I've asked one or two people, and they were not sure. I think they might get to pick, but I don't know for sure either. As well, a through ball here. It's going to go right to Negron. He's just going to clear it away. Nice clearance there. But won by Central, the header. That's going to be cleared out by Sheridan, and now they'll have a run at it here. It's sent up the field for trying to find Liam Weber. Pretty good weight on that ball, but it does roll out of bounds. And
some of these young gentlemen can jump. Wow, they have quite the vertical on them for these headers.
A couple subs coming on for both teams. As Braxton Crow will come on for Ty Gilbertson. We also have someone down over here behind us. Or not behind us, but I guess behind the actual play here. Hopefully it's just a cramp. It's for Central. It's a player for Central. I didn't see a number, but I will get it to you here in just a minute when I can. Looks like it's Aiden Alley, I believe, he is limping off under with some help of one of his coaches, limping off the field. Hopefully he is all right, but we'll have a sub for him as well. So we'll reset here. I believe it's a throw-in. Yeah, throw-in for Central. About 26.5 minutes to go here in the second half. And the throw-in taken. Central retains possession. Nice moves being made by Andy Lamb with the ball here. Moving up the field. Now he's getting swarmed by some Broncs. Then back out towards the middle. And again, defended nicely by Sheridan. And Braxton Crow with it there. Looking to find some of his teammates up the field.
I can say we are broadcasting worldwide over on YouTube. We have someone watching from Spain.
Oh,
in chat.
All right.
Big
Maybe
shout out to
scouting
Spain
as well.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, tell me, person from Spain, tell me your favorite La Liga team.
There we go.
Is it Barcelona? Is it Madrid? Are you a Valencia fan? Are you a Aston Villa? Or Aston Villa's England. I'm thinking of another one. Atletico Madrid fan?
I was excited to have somebody watching from Rock Springs, and we had somebody
from Spain.
Here we go. Welcome to our worldwide broadcast.
No kidding. We have a throw in here. The person from Spain, he's probably seeing the pitch right now, and he's like, what are all these 10-yard, 20-yard markers and the out-of-bounds lines going on here? What is happening? We have a shot here, but it goes wide from Sheridan. Pretty good half volley there.
Being played on an American football field.
Yep, this is
A shared field.
This is how a lot of them look here, at least at the high school level. They'll have the shared football field and football fields. As Central with it. Man, I wonder how that person from Spain found us.
I don't know.
Just scrolling, I guess?
Just saw soccer
Yeah.
on the live.
He's like, I'll tune in. Or she.
Love watching some soccer. Just taking any opportunity to watch it. This has been a great match so far.
Yeah,
so
true.
I would stop.
It has been a good game. 24 and a half minutes to go here. We'll have a free kick. I think a foul was called. Yeah, foul was called against Sheridan, actually. So we'll have the free kick at about the 22-yard line. That was on YouTube where you got that comment?
Yeah. Used to play for the Sheridan Broncs.
Oh, cool.
He says Arsenal.
Arsenal
Barca.
English. Barca?
Yeah.
Okay. Arsenal and Barca. Respect. So he's got he's an English Premier League fan as well as a La Liga fan. Very nice.
Huge shout out to Caleb.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and a shot free kick there, saved by Negron. That was beautiful save. That was a good free kick, too.
What a world.
No kidding.
What a connected world. This is amazing.
Shout out to Caleb in the chat. That's very cool. What was the year you graduated, Caleb? That'll be my next question. And what are you doing in Spain? Overseas? Deployed, maybe? Something like that?
Probably playing soccer.
Could be. Hey, yeah, true. Could be. We'll have another corner here, but it's cleared away by Sheridan.
We're currently broadcasting to sharedmedia.com, our Shared Media YouTube page, and Shared Media Facebook. So if you're watching, shout out your favorite player or let us know where you're from. Give a shout out.
As Sheridan with another attack here after the clearance. Trying to move it back up the field. Central definitely been a little bit more effective in their attack so far in this second half. A lot more, won a couple more free kicks that have led to some at least scoring opportunities. But haven't capitalized on them yet. Sheridan still kind of playing very good last line of defense type stuff. As Carson Chase will let that one kind of guide it out of play.
At this level, what happens in the event of a tie?
I believe we just go to a draw. Because in 3A, I believe they have penalty or like a penalty shootout essentially, similar to hockey. But 4A, they do divvy out the ties.
Got it.
The draws, if you will. 22 minutes, yeah, still 0-0.
Plenty of time to have someone upset the 0-0 here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Caleb. Caleb was a freshman last year. So,
awesome.
Abroad. A study abroad student. Very cool. That's awesome. Shout out to Caleb. Tuning in from Spain. Thanks for tuning in, Caleb.
What time is it in Spain right now?
It's got to be
like dinner time.
London, it's 7.
Yeah.
7-hour difference. So probably around that, about 8:20.
Yeah.
7:20, something like that. They have daylight savings in Spain and or London. Cross here, but it's going to go out of play. A little too much leg under that one from Christian Burgess.
Sun's behind the clouds again.
Yep.
It's good weather, though.
Been shifting in and out all day. Sheridan putting on the pressure here in the attacking zone as Kelton Crow tries to save that one from going out. And Central is able to block it nicely and then force a throw in. Central with the throw in here. We have a couple subs coming on for Central, or one sub, I should say.
You know what? Yesterday I did not pick up the chicken nuggets on the way home, so that might be
a
great clutch early dinner, late lunch opportunity here.
You say clutch, I say cluck.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there.
How about that one? Another throw in here for Central. A long throw in. That was a nice throw in. Trying to find the teammate down there. Will Little on the attack. And
Little too much.
Yeah, Little's gonna get fouled, or excuse me, Osborne is gonna get fouled by Little. Yeah, a little too much action going on there on trying to find space.
Powerful kick there.
Yeah, another. Was that Carson Chase that took that kick?
I think so.
Yeah. Moving forward here, Sheridan, again, still trying to find an effective attack. They've had a couple of crosses that have looked relatively nice, but nothing as effective as what we've seen from Central here in the second half. Caleb says he's playing for an academy here in Spain. Wow. Okay, so you're like a good soccer player,
yeah,
Caleb. And it's 9:20 according to Caleb. So 9:20 over in Spain, watching the Sheridan Broncs, and he plays for an academy. That's pretty impressive. That's you don't just show up to those academies. You're usually invited if you're going to an academy when it comes to the soccer academies over there. So are you playing for like a La Liga academy, like Barca's academy or something like that, or is it another like a smaller division academy? That's very cool. Freshman last year, so probably 15, 16, something like that, playing for one of the youth academies over in Spain. And he's watching the Sheridan Broncs.
Right?
Here in Sheridan.
Shout out Sheridan Broncs.
Hey, that also just goes to show, no matter where you're from, the eyes will find you.
Yep.
If you're good enough, someone will find you, seek you out. You can get invited to an academy or something like that overseas for your abilities. Especially in soccer. Soccer, it's crazy with the academies and everything, because you can get called up for an academy, like playing for a Barca's academy or whatever at like 9 years old.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, they have plenty. They have a bunch of youth teams that you can play for when it comes to soccer. So again, another nice attack here from Central, trying to find an opening. Clearance made by Sheridan, and then it's back out to Bateson. Then back out to Burgess. Burgess slowing it down a little bit, letting guys move in front of him. So they try to find an attack here. But taken away by Central again, nicely. Again, a little too careless with the ball there, Sheridan. They had an opportunity, but not a lot. I will say yesterday for Sheridan, we were seeing a lot more movement up and down the field from the attacking front, as not necessarily they're just standing around, but it's just not as movement heavy up towards the top, if that makes sense. And that could just be, you're playing back-to-back days like this. The second day can be a little bit tougher, obviously, as Negron will make a save there on a long shot.
An actual direct shot on goal there.
Mm-hmm. As we'll have another long kick here by Negron.
Sheridan needs to press the offense and get this ball out of the zone.
Yep.
Move it upfield.
Have a nice throw in there. Carson Chase gonna try to chase it away.
Front flip.
That was
roll.
Did a somersault. Carson Chase sold it well. That was nice. He looks like Tom Cruise coming out of a motorcycle. Carson Chase is the perfect last name for somebody that's chasing down the ball constantly. I mean, that is what he does. He is a chaser.
I see what you did there.
Perfect last name.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's again another big kick there from Somerset. As Carson was going to try to let this one go, and they're going to battle for it up on the baseline or the goal line, and then Carson will knock it away for a throw-in.
Good out ball there.
Yep.
Good struggle. Good way to win that little battle.
Carson was going to try to let that one go, but then the attacker there for Central just kind of snuck up on him a little bit. I can't stop looking at this coach's calves, dude. They're huge. His calves are probably bigger than my neck.
Could be. Could be.
Throw in there, but headed away nicely by Sheridan. I guess are most people's calves bigger than other people's neck? Probably not, right?
No.
Your neck's huge.
No.
But that dude's calves are, for sure. We'll have a throw in here for Sheridan. Dirt's knocked away by Central. Couple subs coming on. Cameron Stidley coming on for Braxton Crow, it looks like. And moving forward here. Central again with an opportunity, a shot, but easy save by Negron on that one.
Just under 14 minutes left to play here in the second half. Still 0-0.
Still 0-0.
Anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, some people don't like the 0-0 draws and whatnot, but usually means it's a close game throughout.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
I like these evenly matched games.
Yeah, I mean, it truly is a tug of war here. Both teams looking for just the slightest advantage to try to take the lead as we head into just over 13 minutes to go in the second half. We're still waiting on the goal kick here from Somerset.
Making sure everyone's perfectly in place before we kick this one.
I think we had a sub as well that came off.
Okay.
And it's sent away.
I heard that second whistle.
Oh, good back heel pass there from Central as they're trying to move it forward. Possession retained here. Coming up the field. I believe that's Tegan Warnick who has it. But cleared nicely again by Sheridan. Alex Osborne on that one. And it's going to be out of play, and it will be Sheridan's ball. Tried to save it there. Cole Kimrod did, but not successfully. Osborne with it here after Burgess won it initially, and then it'll be a throw-in for Sheridan. And the throw-in found ahead, but goes out immediately after, so it'll be a throw-in now again for Central. Coming up playing some good defense. Connor Bateson. And it'll be a foul against Central. Central not happy. And we'll get a yellow card against Tegan Warnick as the free kick hadn't been taken yet.
Jana West says, thank you for all of your broadcasts. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. No problem. It's our pleasure. So I have a free kick here. Carson Chase from about the 40. Gonna launch it in. Look for a head. Drops down to a Sheridan player, and the shot taken, but it goes wide. Shot was taken there by Evan Ballou.
I have this feeling that with just a few minutes left on the clock, someone's going to sneak one in.
Okay. Usually people would take that as a jinx, but
Yeah.
we'll see how it works out.
Hopefully that's in Sheridan's favor.
Yeah. Are jinxes in anybody's favor? Is that...
I don't
guess,
know.
Yeah. Could it be a good jinx? Or is that just good luck?
Yeah. Trevor used to talk about, there's a...
That's a shank of a clearance there. And now Sheridan will have an opportunity moving forward. Trying to get control of it is Cameron Stidley. Does so initially and looking for a cross, but didn't, kind of got caught in between himself there. But coming up for it is Sheridan, and then that was shanked into the parking lot. Alex Osborne was trying to cross that one through.
Trevor used to call it like the broadcaster's curse. He would say something, and
that one's very real.
It would happen.
It is very real. I remember one of my highlights of my lifetime was I was calling a game with, it was a baseball game with, I think it was actually Aaron Lagaki who was with us. He was doing color for me. And there was a pitcher for, it was a Billings team they were playing. The Troopers were playing against. It was a pitcher for the Billings team. And we were going into like the 6th inning. And for the Troopers games, there are 7-inning games. We were heading into like the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Troopers were up to bat. And I hadn't mentioned it the entire game, but I was coming into it right at the start of the bottom of the 6th inning. Somebody was coming up to the plate for the Troopers, and I started the inning by saying, well, Troopers coming up to the plate have been no hits so far by blank, whoever this Billings pitchers was. And right after I said that, I was like, usually there's people try to avoid that because of the announcer's jinx, but I'm just going to put it out there because who knows. And then the next pitch was hit out into the field for a base hit, and right when it happened, I was like, of course. Right after I say it, the no-hitter is broken up.
Yep. And
Aaron laughed at me. Aaron Lagaki laughed at me because it happened right when I said it. But yeah, they do exist. They are out there. The announcer's jinxes, you got to be careful. But so far here, 9 minutes to go. Good little Meg there from the Sheridan defender. Keegan Rager on that one. Finding it upfield, but it's a turnover in the middle of the field back towards Central. Central moving forward with it. Good run there. Matt Klassen. Good run. Going to look out wide maybe for the attacker, but and that one is going to be cleared away by Sheridan. And Sheridan kind of, right now, almost parking the bus, if you will. They've got one person in front of the ball, or I guess behind the ball, and the other 10 playing defense, essentially, against the attack of Cheyenne Central.
If you had to have someone up there up front, Kelton Crow's a good person to have up there.
Usually whenever we do see somebody park the bus like this, you don't see the striker come back and play defense, and that's, I mean, he's staying forward just for the chance of a counterattacking opportunity. But whenever Sheridan is having to play defense here, they're sending basically everybody back. The left winger, the right winger is coming back, all the midfielders are coming back playing defense, so they're kind of in a park the bus mentality right now. Central trying to find an opening, put one on the board. Sheridan too, but Sheridan being a little bit more conservative with their attacking efforts. It looks like here, as Justin Hendren coming down with it, and it'll be a throw-in for Sheridan.
Do you think they'll park the bus for the rest of the game, or
whenever
switch it up?
Whenever parking the bus happens, it's usually you're not waving the white flag necessarily, but you're almost like, we're okay with this result.
Yeah.
Like if it stays 0-0 the rest of this game, we'll live with that.
It has been a fantastic game.
Yeah, that's usually what that kind of entails. But again, if they get into a counterattack situation here and they have somebody running, then
get a full press.
Yeah, then they'll get people moving forward, or they get the interception in the middle of the field or something like that. Then I wouldn't be surprised to see a bunch more moving up. But right now you can see like they got Burgess and Evan Ballou. They're usually kind of moving up forward, but they're staying pretty far back right now, as they'll just have like 4 guys attack forward. For Sheridan, anyways. And then the rest are kind of just hanging back, playing defensively. Not necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, it's just okay with this result as it stands right now.
Yeah.
Really quickly, want to give a big thank you to Campco Federal Credit Union as well. Remember, they can help you get a competitive rate. If you are on the market for buying a vehicle, Campco Loan Team is ready to assist you today. Come in today or apply online at campcofcu.com. Campco Federal Credit Union, member NCUA, and equal housing lender, supporting Bronc and Lady Bronc soccer. As we have a shot here, but it is called offside. As sneaking just a little too far forward was Cameron Stidley. Not a bad idea, but again, just a little step in front.
Yeah.
Also, thank you to Range. And remember that cyber attacks, they don't just put your data at risk, they can put your productivity at risk as well. Range to manage IT services gives you a full suite of data protection. Let the Range experts take care of your company's cybersecurity. Supporting youth sports in Sheridan County and beyond, you can go online to range.net.
Huge shout out to also Best Real Estate, Sheridan Wireless Sports Cards, A-Plus Plumbers, and Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. Thank you to all of our amazing sponsors.
Broadcast wouldn't happen without them, as always.
Not just supporting the broadcast, but supporting these young gentlemen on the field today.
The athletes as well. Yeah, I mean, if you look out towards the opposite side of the track, you'll see a lot of the sponsors we just named right there. They are big sponsors of Sheridan area sports, not just soccer, throughout as well.
And what a good sports program Sheridan has.
Oh, yeah. Top to bottom.
Yep.
Central here, again, still trying, under 5 minutes to go. Find that opportunity to put one in the back of the net. Sheridan still defending nicely as well, though. And that was a meg. That was a nasty little nutmeg, but recovered nicely by Alex Osborne as well. Will Little did a nasty little nutmeg there. As Central going to move up with it once again. And
nothing called.
No foul, but it will be a throw in here for Central.
I would love to watch this matchup again.
I agree. I mean, they will play again, I believe, a little bit later in the season because I think they usually do home and home. I think, but nonetheless, if they don't, come playoff time, this would be fun to watch. Under 4 minutes to go, about 3.5 minutes to go here in this second half. Still 0-0.
Who would you think has won the possession game percentage here?
That's a good question. I think
pretty even.
Central has dominated most of the second half with it.
Yeah.
Because again, Sheridan, with how they've come out defensively, have kind of parked the bus a large part of the set. Not a large part, but the back half of the second half for sure. And that, heavily leads in the favor of the other team to regain possession. So I would assume Central probably has possession control for a lot of this, at the very least the second half, and I think they probably have the edge overall. Which would be the first time we'd seen it this season for against Sheridan anyways. But
yeah.
Central, again, that's a pretty solid team. Has been a pretty solid team. They're 3-1 on the season. And they only lost coming against Thunder Basin.
Sheridan's going to win that foul.
Yep.
Free kick.
Free kick here. They're going to move forward with it, try to find an opening. Good little leap there by the ref, getting out of the way of the ball. Love to see that. As nice cross there, trying to find control of it. I thought he was offsides, but no call. Still with possession of it. That was it's Will Little. He's looking for a cross because he's been pushed out of the boundary, and it is a good, decent cross, but coming up playing good defense there is Liam Weber, and he's going to clear it away. And then Central will retain possession again, now with 2 minutes to go here in this second half. Another update for you in the top of the fifth inning for the Sheridan Lady Bronc softball team. They're up 9-1 over Kelly Walsh right now. And Sheridan with a turnover in the middle of the field. And then Cheyenne Central comes back in, wins it themselves. Keegan Rager trying to get rid of it. He's going to pass it out to Carson Chase, and he's going to try to clear it up the field. And then Alex Osborne's going to come up, knock it away. It'll be out for a Central throw-in. And the throw-in over towards Osborne, who tries to clear it away, and then across, far side, try to keep it in over there. So Owen Black does so successfully. Good defense being played by Ty Gilbertson, though. Clears it back out. And then Central pass in, cross in, and back out to Liam Weber. He's going to try to find someone over the middle, but intercepted again, so no one was really there. Back now down to under a minute to play. Central still commanding the attack. It's going to be a shot, but it's going to be stopped by Eli Negron. with the waning seconds here, Central will have 30 seconds to go, and they will have a throw-in. So this will kind of be the last attempt, more or less, unless there's a deflection or something. And the throw-in, and it's going to be an illegal throw-in. And that is going to be more than likely how this one will end. With 10 seconds to go, Negron
take his time.
Yep, going to take his time. He's going to roll that ball out, do it as slow as possible, like he's hitting the putter. And then that is going to be how this one ends. So a 0-0 draw is how this one will wrap up. Again, one of those games, no points were on the board, but this was an evenly matched game, and there were opportunities for both teams to put goals in the back of the net.
I quite enjoyed this one, actually.
Was a fun game. Was a fun game for both teams, and again, one of those situations in which we will be happy to see them play one another later in the season as well. So that's going to wrap things up from us. Thank you very much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you to everybody interacting in the chat as well on YouTube and Facebook. We'll be back, I believe, next weekend for baseball. I'll have to double-check the calendar, but I think we got
Do we have
baseball.
a game on Tuesday?
Oh, that is correct. Yes, we have a game on Tuesday. Thank you. Tuesday, the Lady Broncs will be playing, and we will have that one live for you here on SheridanMedia.com and the Sheridan Media Facebook page, as well as SheridanMedia.com. It's actually the Broncs. They'll be playing on Tuesday, and then on Thursday we also have the Lady Broncs. They'll be playing on Thursday as well, and then we also have a one-trooper game on Saturday. So that's kind of the week to come for the live stream and everything, so stay tuned for that. We want to thank you very much for tuning in here today. For Stephen Coleman, thank you very much as well to Coleman Hanchett for the camera work. I'm James Timberlake, and this has been Sheridan Broncs Soccer, watching live on SheridanMedia.com and the Sheridan Media Facebook and YouTube pages.
See ya.